Hi there, welcome to Nonsense Whisky. My name's VinPF, and today we're going back to some bourbon. I actually covered the old Jim Beam white label way back, I think maybe last year or the year before, when I did a bit of a mini series on American whiskey. So you can check out the individual review, or you can check out the playlist from the start right up here. But for now, let's check out the Jim Beam Double Oak. Now this thing here, as you can see on the bottle, says Jim Beam Double Oak twice barreled. Now what that means is they've matured their normal whiskey, the white label, so this is just basically the same liquid as the white label. They mature it in a brand new American oak barrel, like they should for bourbon. Then they take it out and they put it in another brand new American oak barrel. Charred, obviously, both of these things. So the idea behind that is that if you left a whiskey in a new barrel for 4 years, you would get a certain taste. And then if you took it out of that barrel and put it into another new barrel, you would get even more of that barrel notes coming through. That's the theory. In reality, what you've got is a slightly more premium product. This is a little bit more expensive. In the UK, this runs for about £25, whereas the white label you can get for about 18 or cheaper. So it should really be getting up for twice the value, depending on how good you get the deals. Sometimes they're a bit closer. When they're closer, I think this is more relevant, but also you're getting 43% as well, which is not to be sniffed at in any way, shape or form. But is it actually any good? Let's try some. Now the nose is very reminiscent of the Jim Beam flavour, but for me, I don't get any of that kind of sickly notes that I got from it previously. There is a lot of that kind of that vanilla-y notes you get from bourbon a lot, oaky. With this particular one, you're talking about dark cherries, kind of dark fruits, that kind of thing. Let's try some. You know, it's nice and spicy, it's nice and sweet, more of that oakiness coming through. Vanilla gets a bit lost underneath the spice, but it's there, and the finish is pretty good as well. I mean, overall, it's a solid drinkable dram. Now, I actually gave away my Jim Beam white label to a friend because I wasn't enjoying it. The further I got down it, the less I was enjoying it, which, as you've seen some of my bourbon reviews, the opposite usually happens. I crack the bottle, I don't like it that much, I leave it for a little bit. As it gets down, it gets nicer, it oxidises, tastes better, what have you. This is kind of following that formula, so wasn't that bothered about it when I opened it. It's now, yeah, a third down, and actually quite drinkable. I'm enjoying it. It's the step up from the white label that I was looking for. We do have some stuff coming up, like the 12-year signature. That's on my sample shelf, ready to go at some point in the future. That should be a really significant step up. But for affordable whiskey, this is something, like I said, something like £25. Very reasonable value in the UK, and not too bad as a general, again, I don't want to say daily sipper, but it's one of those no-nonsense whiskies that you can just drink whenever you fancy drinking, and you can share whenever you fancy sharing.